And now, your Midday Ark-La-Miss news update.
Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to NBC News Daily. I'm Randy Stone with your Midday Ark-La-Miss news update. Students at Bastrop High School made their voices heard with a protest in response to a new no cell phone policy and not being allowed to wear hoodies on campus. That protest started around 10 o'clock Thursday morning after a group of students pulled a fire alarm. The students then walked down the hallways holding signs to express their feelings. Here's Fox 14's Valerie Moravi with what students are saying now.
We can't bring no phone on campus. Like, I can see if we can bring it, but just don't have it out. But if you got a phone on campus, you getting expelled. Like, for the whole year, not just like no 3-5 days.
The new policy implemented by the Morehouse Parish School Board was put in place at the start of the school year, and it took effect on September 6. The policy says cell phones will only be allowed on campus if there's a medical reason. Any violation will result in a confiscation of the device.
We all angry. Real mad. You know we're mad. We all had to come together.
The policy prohibits students from bringing any type of electronic devices to a school, such as cell phones, earbuds, smartwatches, radios, video games, and more. Morehouse Parish School Board Superintendent David Gray, who did not want to be on camera, tells me the policy was put in place to increase safety.
If you're in education, you've got to look at the standpoint of safety first, because, you know, parents are entrusting us with their kids, and it is our job to do the best we can to make sure these kids are taken care of, and we return them home in the afternoon in the same condition they came to us.
But some opponents say students need their cell phones in case of an emergency.
Anything can happen. You never know. We need our phones.
The superintendent says this policy is in place so students can hide potential weapons.
It was never put in to be punitive to kids. It was put in for kids' safety. With school shootings and everything else that we're having to deal with now, it's a hard situation to be in.
Superintendent Gray says safety is their #1 priority. However, he appreciates the students raising their concerns, and after the protest, he spoke with them.
Let's use this as a teachable moment and try to teach kids. This is how you get your voice heard. This is the process you need to go through.
No students were suspended because of that protest. Superintendent Gray says he will not rule out the possibility of reviewing these policies with the school board, and they will discuss it at their next board meeting in mid-October. We'll continue to follow this issue as it develops. The Grambling Police Department is currently searching for a man wanted in Ruston. 28-year-old Quandavius Spud Stringfellow is wanted for numerous felony warrants for attempted first-degree murder, attempted armed robbery, home invasion, and domestic abuse battery. If you have any information on his location, call Grambling PD at 318-247-3771. Police say Stringfellow should be considered armed and dangerous.
And now, exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather with meteorologist Alex Noel.
Good morning and happy Friday. It should be a beautiful day across the entirety of the Ark-La-Miss with plenty of sunshine to spare. High temperatures today are going to reach those upper 70s, and some of you may actually see the lower end of the 80s. It just depends on how dry or moist you are in the environment, but things should be pretty dry over the course of the next few days. Tonight's temperatures are going to fall down into those lower 50s. Some of you in southern Arkansas may actually see some upper 40s. So if you have any more outdoor activities tonight, like Friday night football, I would actually consider wearing a light jacket this evening. And even into tomorrow morning as you're headed off to school and work. Speaking of the next few days or so, you may notice an increase in temperature over the next few days. Now, I know it's fall season, so this doesn't come as a surprise, but this is more like second summer as the week progresses, with temperatures reaching the mid to even upper 80s as we get into the middle of next week. Now, temperatures in the evening are going to fall into those 50s for the first part of this weekend into weekend, but as temperatures increase next week, things will start to increase in the lower department into the lower 60s. Make sure you're staying very well hydrated and wearing plenty of sunscreen. With limited cloud cover, sunscreen is a necessity, and sunglasses. Again, a bottle of water, sunglasses, and sunscreen are going to be your best friend over the next 5 to 7 days. With little rain, make sure you're not burning anything. I know burn bans are in effect for some areas across the Ark-La-Miss. Keep that in mind as you have any more outdoor activities.
That is it for your local news update. Have a great weekend. NBC News Daily continues now. God bless.